Alright, so I'm gonna make a video on the new monitor that I finally got. This is the Dell monitor SE2416HX. This is a regular 23.8-inch monitor, 1920 by 1080 Full HD. It is an IPS resolution, but you're gonna have to dig through the paperwork in order to find the specs, because there's nothing on the monitor itself or the box, which is right here, that tells you what this monitor is. There's the model, and I have put a light over here to give me a little more brightness, since everything's so dark in here. So I hope this helps. Anyway, this is what the monitor looks like. As you can see, it does have a, let me see if I can zoom in here, a gray, sort of grayish stand. The stand is actually plastic. It does have the metal inserts. I apologize for the shake here, but I'm trying to get all the angles here, and my room is really dark, and obviously the dark around the corners doesn't help, but there you go. So with that said, let me go through the physical parts of the monitor and see if I can get that with the light here. There you go. I haven't taken this off because I had to return my first one. This is the replacement for it. So it's very simple. The stand doesn't adjust any other way. You do have a tilt a little bit. You have power, VGA, and there's an HDMI connector here. The last one I had the problem with, or the first one that I got, one of these screws was kind of short, so I couldn't screw it on there, so I had to swap it to the other side and on the KVM, and that helped. But this one seems to be okay. There's one that I think is still short on the other side, but so I think the cables, maybe a problem with the cables themselves, although it does work. Most people will say, well, why are you using a VGA? And just like I said, the reason I'm using that is because I do use a KVM. I have two small computers hooked up here, and let me get back in here. And basically we have physical buttons here. Let's see if I can zoom in there so you can see. There we go. Okay, got them right there. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the power. Excuse me, that LED, you can actually turn it off while it's on the through the, what do you call it, the menus. So that's kind of neat. Let me see if I can back up a little bit. You can kind of still see that little meshy parts of it. Of course, that's this camera, but it isn't perfect yet, but it's definitely, the text is definitely better on this one than the Acer that I had. Let me go here. One thing to note, when you press any of the buttons, they basically go to the same menu. I just noticed that today. So it doesn't matter which one you press, you always get the same exact menus, and I guess that's what they don't label them. So for the first one, you get your preset modes. If you look at that, let me change it here so you can get a better idea of what they look like. To be honest, standard is the one that looks the best. Everything else looks kind of not so great, so I just leave it there. So we got, let me go again. Oops, I keep forgetting. Go down to standard or multimedia. It's a little darker. Movie, it's kind of a bluish. Game, it's a little yellowish. Paper is even more yellow. Warm, it's a little less yellow, and cool is on the bluer side. Custom, it's like standard, so you can definitely change it, I'm sure. Right here, RGB, which is what I'm using. So that's the first menu, or this one here. So if I go to the second one, You get your auto select VGA or HDMI. I just leave it on auto. If I go to the other menu, the third one there, that's where you get a few more brightness control, auto, input, color, display, energy, menu, personalize, and others. Let's see here, how to adjust. That's very straightforward. So here on the color you can do RGB or forget what the other one is, YPVR or PVPR. Let's go back, preset mode. You get the same thing as the other menu. You can reset all the colors, obviously. Let's go down to display. This is where you get a few more changes. Let me see if I can get a better view of this. So, where are we? There we go. Okay, so get your aspect ratio, your horizontal position, vertical position, sharpness. I'm not sure what that does because I changed it to 100 and 0, and I'm still not seeing much of a difference. Pixel clock 50, you get 50 or 100 on this too, so it's all the same on the menus really. And then you get your face, it's a 79. I'm gonna have to look into the manual a little more. I changed them, but I don't see much of a difference. So then you get your response time. Normal and fast. Not sure what the difference is. I did try them both. Didn't see any different there. And then you can reset everything there. Let's go back. Let's go down. Energy. So you got your power button LED here. This is where you change the LED. You can tell it to on during power. I would say not active, but it is what it is. And then if I hit off, you'll see the LED turn off right there. See, so you can still have it off while the monitor is on, which is kind of a neat feature if it really bothers you. It's not very bright, it's not huge, so it doesn't really bother me. I just leave it on this in this case. I think it actually looks nice. And that's pretty much it for that. The menus, as you can see, they're very easy to navigate, very simple, so that is very nice. You have a timer, I guess, when it times out. Unlock, I'm not sure what that does. I just got it set up today, about an hour ago or two, so I'm still trying to get used to it. Personalize, you get some shortcut keys. I'm not sure what that's for. I mean, presets and input modes, I guess it's just a shortcut for that. DCI, CI, these are some other settings that I really have no idea what they do. Enable, disable, I don't even know what they stand for, to be honest with you. But you have enable, disable. So I'm sure this is most likely in the manual, so you can find that there. And as you can see, resolution 1920 by 1080 Hz.